Hello everyone. We're very happy to be making this virtual presentation at the ICT for Language Learning Conference in Florence. We are Nora Brian and Ana Maria de Samper, and we are very happy to share with you our findings and reflections regarding innovation, engagement, and learning. Do they always go hand in hand? We are from beautiful Colombia, which is located on the northwestern tip of South America, surrounded by the Pacific Ocean and the Caribbean. To learn more about Colombia, you might want to see the video, The Answer is Colombia. Colombia is the land of, among other things, delicious coffee, the 2015 Miss Universe, and fantastic soccer, including the crack of the moment, James Rodriguez. And, of course, the recently honored Nobel Peace Prize winner, our president, Juan Manuel Santos. We work at Universidad de La Sabana, on the outskirts of Bogotá, the capital city. It is a private university that offers 2 master's programs in English teaching. We are both teachers and researchers there, working with many teachers who often come from underprivileged backgrounds and work teaching English in difficult contexts. We will be sharing with you our experience of 4 case studies of master's students we have accompanied in the research projects which they must present as part of their graduation requirements. Three premises underlie the 4 case studies we studied. In the first place, the idea that language learning is vital for the 21st century. It is necessary to help students develop the competences required for the globalized world they live in. Second, ICT has great potential for supporting language teaching and learning. It provides tools to help address the complexities of teaching and learning, to integrate proven contemporary theories and principles of education. Robert Blake points out that technology opens the door to an untapped potential. However, to avoid a somewhat dismal future envisioned for computer-assisted language learning and other approaches, it is necessary for teachers to assertively ask good questions before engaging in technology-mediated teaching, and they must also search for insightful answers regarding proven factors that enhance language learning, which are often neglected in classrooms, especially those with many students. Insightful integration is the key, and we think this can be fostered in teacher education programs. In our case studies, the teachers tended to focus on the goal of transforming the poor results that prevent our students from becoming more competent and competitive in the globalized world they must confront. Their interest in the topic stems from needs such as complying with legal requirements, solving class management problems, addressing paradigm changes in education, and tapping into students' natural interest in technology. Throughout their time in the master's program, and especially when they are carrying out their research, these teachers develop some understanding of what integrating technologies entails. Therefore, they propose implementations with the use of technology. However, we have found that there seems to be, among these teachers, a generalized underlying belief that the implementation of an ICT-based strategy will necessarily contribute to their own students' motivation, engagement, and learning. Because of this belief, the teachers were quite surprised at not achieving the expected results in their research projects. After analyzing each one of the research projects, we found some commonalities that point to positive outcomes. Despite what the theory says, these teachers are quite eager to implement technology. They are committed to their projects and designs. They applied needs analyses to try to understand their students' realities better. They showed a desire to take risks and innovate. They dedicated much time and effort to their designs. Their students reported enjoyment and engagement. Their students also reported that the intervention helped their progress in English. Both teacher and student perceptions are quite positive. However, some difficulties were also encountered. The needs analyses are often superficial or teacher-driven to support their beliefs. Most choices are determined by the teacher despite the results of the needs analyses. The teachers opted for tailor-made designs that are time-consuming, do not take advantage of existing resources, and may actually distract teachers from their real purposes. Student participation tends to be very low when there is no teacher presence and monitoring. There tends to be a lack of autonomy and persistence among students. The learning goals are often not clearly articulated, learning results are discrete, and they are not maintained in the final results. The results are often difficult to ascertain and attribute to intervention. They're not aligned to teacher purposes, and they often center on perceptions rather than learning. Our conclusions from this analysis are that these teachers are definitely dedicated, interested in their students and their progress. They are well-intentioned and seek to transform their practices and their students' results by integrating technological tools into the language learning process. However, they may be affected by what Arnold refers to as a utilitarian attitude towards technology. Teachers see that the technology is attractive. They buy into the myth of students as digital natives and consider that using it to enhance teaching will engage students and automatically support learning. They fail to realize that what underlies the effective use of technology in education is really sound pedagogy, and that issues such as lack of equipment, connectivity, and skills must be addressed in order to set the stage for effective learning. In other words, they must realize that technology does not necessarily imply learning. In order to transform the situation we propose the following recommendations. Teacher education courses should include purposeful scaffolding processes that help teachers decide the best options for intervention with their students with the appropriate and relevant uses of technology. Teachers should actually experience the incremental process that will support their own learning and allow them to offer something similar to their students. There must also be transformations in us, the teacher educators. We must work collaboratively with technology and inquiry experts while we develop our own skills. There must be consistent efforts to create a culture of sustained, integrated, and enriching reflection. Both the process and the understanding should be made visible, and there should be collaboration with peers. Based on the difficulties we perceived in the analysis presented above, and our study of literature related to the topic, we consider that the in-service teachers in our master's programs can benefit from more purposeful scaffolds within the accompaniment structure of their research process. In agreement with Brown and Cherkowski's premise that it is difficult for teachers to create for their students experiences and social conditions they have not experienced for themselves, we feel that sustained scaffolds, understood as bridges that support teachers' reflections while they build upon what they know and transform their practices and beliefs, are indispensable to help teachers who should be moving towards student ownership of learning and are inquirers themselves, constantly curious and empowered to ask questions as well as seek and share answers applicable to their practice. These scaffolds should support teachers so that they can determine students' actual needs, establish clarity of purpose, select best tools for the task, monitor, reflect, scaffold, reflect on and for learning, and reflect and grow. The entire process should be deliberate and visible so everyone can learn. In concluding, then, we consider that a master's program that seeks to empower in-service teachers to integrate technology in their language teaching practice in order to help students to learn how to learn a language should include a scaffolding process that begins early in the program and contributes to the development of the teacher's awareness. Starting with reflections about the context itself, there should be a consistent effort to create a culture of sustained, integrated, and enriching reflection on current practice. Reflection on learning how to use technologies and the learning that can come about through the use of ICTs that can help all learning agents keep track of and improve the process and the results. This type of approach may truly have an impact on student learning and institutional transformation. We consider that master students' focused interventions with intentional, visible scaffolds should definitely contribute to student improvement. Thank you very much for viewing our presentation. We would be glad to receive feedback on our proposal to either of these email addresses. We hope you continue enjoying the conference. Thank you very much.